What is up, everyone? Welcome to Ecom and Beyond, one of the best morning show on the YouTubes. We appreciate you being here.
For sure.
Let's
Rock.
say good.
Yeah, man.
Let's say good morning to Kid Collector. Appreciate you being here. I have YouTube running in the background. All right. And we have Reseller Man. Good morning. Appreciate you being here. We have Paul Antonelli. Good morning.
He never got the tracking number on that card.
I could send that to your email. There's no tracking involved. That's the beauty of sending virtual cards. Kelly, the Ecom on board. What up? We got the Lone Star Picker in the house.
Hey, good to see you, Louie.
Michelle Lathan, good morning. Appreciate you being here. DC Sales, Master License Plate.
Morning, D.
How are you doing?
Appreciate you guys being here. Paul just dropped all your taglines.
Oh, that's Duty Brown, man. You know it.
Hey, what's up, Chris? Seesaw Flips in the house. I'm in the future because I'm over on YouTube. That's part of why I'm seeing this stuff. Steve Green's in the house. What's going on, man? All the way from the UK. Good to see you, my friend. Appreciate you being here. Jonathan in the house. Good to see you, my friend.
Morning, Jonathan.
BBC. What up, homie? I just sold one of them Dolaраdos today on eBay. So good looking out, my friend.
Kelly said hopefully she can move that fast. Her shoulder is trying to freeze up. I have a bunch of physical therapy exercises my chiropractor gave me to do.
I'll be praying for you, Kelly. Paul, I've actually held those Beatles lunch boxes for you, man. They're just set aside. I haven't done anything with them. Purposely didn't put them out at the yard sale or on eBay or anything. So,
yeah, Beatles lunch pills.
Yeah, I'll show them to you. They're Beatles. You might not be able to see them that good because of the blue, but help! I need somebody.
Are they from Target?
I don't know where they're from. I bought them at a yard sale.
Are they like repops?
Probably. I'd be surprised if these were like, let me see. Yeah, 2016. So they're not like old or nothing. But
Paul says, give him a number he can't refuse.
I don't know. I'll give you the number I got in them, and then you can give me a number I can't refuse. That's how much I paid for each one. And since you're a friend, I'll give you the buddy discount.
Can't argue with that price.
Yeah. That's why I picked them up.
I'd send at least $10 a piece. Even though they're repops, they're still nice. People collect them.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice. Sit on a wall or on a desk, or people actually use them to eat lunch.
Yep.
Who would have thought?
Yeah, and everybody loves the Beatles.
Storage Scavenger, good morning. Appreciate you being here.
D said it could have been a Hot Topic thing. Yeah, that's true. Hot Topic does a lot of that stuff as well.
Target does too. I bought, I think they were Star Wars ones I have.
Yeah.
And still have them. I've had them up on eBay and Mercari for 6 months. Got the Storage Auction Rookies in the house. Good morning. Appreciate you being here.
What up, guys?
Thrift King Goomba. What up?
Goomba's the man. Goomba got a show tonight at 10 o'clock, I believe. 10 Eastern Standard Time. You guys might want to watch that reselling show. See some good knowledge being dropped by my Italian brother over there.
That was a solid price.
Yeah, it's fair. I'll pack them up and ship them right after the show, man.
So you guys see that USPS is raising their prices during Q4?
Judy Brown.
It's a temporary thing for only Q4.
Well, yeah, because there's going to be so many more packages going out.
Well, usually when they do like a price increase, that thing is set in stone, basically. You know what I mean?
Dude, I'm thinking about ordering like my bubble in bulk, like now, because last year, do you remember like the bubble like tripled in price? Like a lot of the packing supplies, like towards Christmas.
I didn't need anything last year during that time.
I did. It sucked.
Yeah, I usually buy like Amazon will randomly have, like, it never has it all the time, but it'll have like a set deal where they'll give like 4 of the really good brand like bubble wrap, like 4 rolls for like $20 shipped.
Yeah.
So I always grab 4-pack, and that 4-pack lasts me a while. Now I bought the medium bubble instead of the like smaller bubble, so it'll probably go through a little quicker because I'm getting a lot less thing on the roll, but you know what I mean? Like I won't have to use as much of it, so we'll see how that kind of works out. But that's usually what I do. Like once I get to like September, I'll kind of order a few things here and there that I know that I'm going to use a bunch of, like certain boxes that I use for merch refill, bubble wrap. I even get tape. I'll order like 5 rolls or 5 different combo packs just to have it. Yeah. Because I don't want to have to worry about, like you said, like having to do especially this year. Who knows what this year is going to be like?
Oh my God, I know. This year has been like the ever evolving year. That's just been like doo-doo brown after doo-doo brown after doo-doo brown.
I just hope that, even if it's a far light down like a 20-mile tunnel or something, you just see a little speck of, I mean, like, I hope there's some light at the end of that tunnel that gets a little closer.
I'm sure there will be, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure, like, things aren't going to suck forever. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure it's going to get better. Just, like, a matter of, like, hurry up and get there. You know what I mean?
I don't even know, like, it's such a crazy time.
Yeah, it really is.
Say good morning to Joe Deals. Appreciate you being here. Simply Dana, good morning.
Joe, good to see you, my friend. Dana.
We got the Martin Effect in the house. He says, what's cracking, y'all?
What up, Tommy? Dana, you been cracking any heat lately?
Dana's been part of the card crew.
You know what?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Goomba. Like, please, like, just be a light.
Yeah, there will be, I think.
I mean, I guess you have to try and think positive regardless. But you know how that is. Sometimes you're like, all right, this is going to be a smaller window here of issues. And now look how long we're going through this.
Yeah, definitely.
Dana says, no, she isn't, but going through them now to resell. It's kind of like what I've been doing. I've started going through the stuff for my first, like, official submission that I'll be going in.
That's
so
awesome.
I'm going to do a lot of different stuff and figure out what I'm going to send in, trying to be a little strategic and picky on my first batch because I could easily send in 400 cards if I didn't.
Yeah. What percentage of the cards you went through had to go back?
Very little.
So you did pretty good.
Yeah, I did really good. I I probably went through 75 or 80 cards. Wait. I think I have like 60 cards over there I've already graded. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 cards were no good. One's like a maybe, and one's going back. It's getting returned.
Nice.
Because I caught it in the window. The other one got closed, which I have to call eBay about, So Greens Adventures has a question. He says, "What are lockdown rules local to you guys? Does it affect your reselling game?"
Right now, it's not really affecting us too much. During like when everything was locked down and shut down, it did very much. So during that time, like I pretty much had to rely on my death pile, stale inventory, trading cards, and Amazon, like everyday items, that I could run to any store that was open and get. So yeah, it definitely affected my ability, like definitely on eBay more than anything else until I really started getting into the cards. And then the cards, it was like, like a godsend to me during that time.
Yeah, it's definitely affected, my sourcing for eBay, like at the yard sales and things of that nature. But I mean, I guess from like a total perspective of like, has it shut down my business or really hurt me? No, I mean, I've kind of adapted and switched gears, which, I was able to strike some good profits and stuff. So, um, you know what I mean? That's the main thing. Like in this resale game, you have to be able to adapt. You have to be able to bob and weave, because especially right now, like with everything going on, like, like I just went heavy Amazon. Like I was always pretty heavy Amazon, but I went really heavy Murphyfield. So that was like my bob and my weave. D says you can add a shortage of free USPS shipping supplies to the 2020 Doo Brown list. She said that is the first time I've ever referenced Doo Brown. So high five to D. First time using the DDB.
I do.
Tommy says that they got a premiere on his channel at 2 p.m. Central, so that is 3 our time. I'm going to check that out.
I want to say what's up to Jeremy and George. What the hails? I appreciate you guys being here. Also want to say what's up to Conky and Noreen. I appreciate you guys being here as well. My buddy Sean over there, Bargain Resale. I appreciate you being here as well, my friend. I do want to do something, though, being that Conky's here, Nate. Is it cool with you if we unbox a gift that Conky and Noreen gave to both of us?
Sure.
Since they're both here today.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So this is from Conky's Flippin' Adventures, guys. You may see him there in the chat. If you're not subscribed to him, go check him out. Really awesome, knowledgeable dude. Plus, he likes the Cavaliers, so that makes him pretty cool.
Morning, Justin. Appreciate you being here.
What's
Jennifer
up, Justin?
Hayes. What is
up? I'm going to turn off my green screen until I'm done with this. That way it doesn't look all ghetto-fied. All right. Thank you again, Conky and Noreen. I appreciate it, guys. All right. So we have a card right off the bat. That's awesome, dude. We got some stickers. We each got a sticker from Donkey.
Nice.
I'm going to definitely use that because I use stickers to oh, that's awesome. We got some Cincinnati Picker ones, too. I actually use these to, like, do my inventory system and all my bins down in my basement. Oh, nice. We got some What the Hails ones. That's really cool. That's really cool. A Best Offer Queen? That's cool. Another Best Offer Queen?
You got stickers on top of stickers.
Yeah, we got Froggy Flips. That's awesome. We got like all the good reselling here.
What up, Paul? Good morning. Appreciate you being here.
So we got a card here with all these names on it. Then we got... Okay, tag you're it. We've been tagged. So it says this. You've been selected out of a pool of hundreds of YouTube resellers. You have been tasked with a choice. The choice you could result in massive reselling and or YouTube success, or it could lead to devastating failures. But likely, your life will remain unchanged either way. Once upon a time, at a church thrift store in central Indiana, a creepy purchase was made by a bearded reseller. Were you in Indiana, Nate?
Man, I've been to Indiana, but not.
The mysterious item in question, a box of vintage Tampax. Some say the box is haunted. Some say the box contains magical powers. Most say nothing at all. Regardless, the box is now in your possession. Legend has it that if the box makes a small appearance on one of your videos before you send the package off to another YouTube reseller of your choice, you will surely be blessed with years of massive subscriber increases and video interaction, as well as eBay sales beyond your wildest dreams. If you choose to disregard this opportunity, well, like I said, you'll probably be fine. To participate, simply show the magical box on a video in whatever small capacity you wish. Sign this letter on the line provided, sign the card with your name and channel name, and then repackage and send off to another unsuspecting YouTube reseller. Once this has occurred 20 times, a return to FF, I'm guessing that's Froggy Flips, at the address provided on line 21, and the lucky one reselling YouTube viewer will be gifted these traveling props. The choice is yours. Reselling and prosperity, Froggy Flips. So these are the channels it's been to thus far, guys. And I just dropped something. So started off with Anthony over at Froggy Flips. Then it went to John, Cincinnati Picker. It went to Aaron, Best Offer Queen. Then it went to Jeremy and George at What the Hales. And then it went to Conky and Noreen at Conky's Flippin' Adventures. And now it's come to me and Nate for Ecom and Beyond. So one of you guys is probably getting this box next. So should we look and see the vintage Tampax? Do you want to see what a haunted tampon looks like, guys? Because I kind of do. I mean, it's packed well. Look, and it has baby powder deodorant, guys. What you know about that vintage Tampax game from Farmore? You remember Farmore, Nate? Yep. Dang, man, I used to go there and rent Sega Genesis games back in the day, bro. Yeah. So that is some old Tampax, guys. So I'm going to repack that, and after the show, me and Nate are going to decide who the next unsuspecting reseller is going to be that gets this. But let's just say one of you guys is going to get this. So I guess the stickers are supposed to stay in there too, huh? Yeah. I thought I was getting all kinds of cool stickers for my inventory system, but wow. Tell you what, I'll throw a couple Pittsburgh ones in there too. I don't have any like Ecom ones or anything, but I'll throw like 2 of the Pittsburgh ones in there. I don't have any everyday Hustlin ones either. Maybe I'll send you some beard hairs to put in there. You know what? People are probably gonna think it's like pubes or something if you put your beard hairs in there. I'll make a locket and put it in there. All right, so I got to sign the card too, so I'll do that real quick. Let's say good morning to Yavakov Benz. I hope I said your name right. I apologize if not. I'm terrible at pronunciation. But appreciate you being here. We got Kent Daigle in the house. He says, "Can you say traveling COVID box?" You know what? Haunted with COVID. Luckily, Nate already gave me the COVID, so according to him, I'm immune. That's what they say, but, you know, you never know. Michelle Lathan says the baby powder is cancerous on a tampon. Is it really? I can believe that. Well, we're officially on there, Nate. Wickedy wham. Thanks, Lee and Noreen. I appreciate the traveling tampons. Yeah, add your. It's like a traveling box. Conky says I have to sign it too. I don't know when I'll be in Pittsburgh next. Well, I signed it for him.
Yeah, he signed it.
I forged his signature and his channel name.
What?
That's right.
What up, Alex?
You heard it here, folks, guys. Is that considered like a?
It's like a
Is
it's like a YouTube chain like box. In a way.
that-
Morning, Alex. Appreciate you being here.
I believe they do, Dan.
What's up, Dan? Good morning. Conga said, sorry, I can't stop laughing.
We're gonna have to decide who the lucky YouTuber is going to get the next traveling box.
I got an idea. I'm not gonna say it now, but that's be a surprise.
Hey, Betty. Good morning to you. We got Paul in the house, Gate City Picker.
Betty Webb, good morning. Appreciate you being here.
Did you say what up to Alex yet?
Yes, I did.
Well, what's up, Alex? We got Yakov in the house. What's going on, my friend? I was preoccupied with tampons, so I'm sorry, guys. You know what? I've had a really weird day with items, resellable items that go in the nether region lately. I was telling Nate before we went live, I said, dude, what you know about selling pee on Amazon? And he said, what? I said, dude, I sold some pee on Amazon last night. And he was like, what do you mean you sold some pee? I said, dude, I've been selling some deer pee on Amazon. Like Walmart had some kind of special like in their clearance section like 6 months ago where they had like 50-cent deer pee. So I was like, oh, I'll give it a try. So yeah, I had some dude buy deer pee off of me on Amazon FBA last night. Thought it was pretty cool. It wasn't doo-doo brown, but it was like close.
Since Alex is here,
Alex says deer pee is hot right now. Get your deer pee, folks.
We can officially start the show.
Yeah, you know, Tommy, he says you got to test all the items before sending them in.
Well, good luck with that, Anthony. I'm glad they sent that to you.
You know, dude, I was so worried when I sent that box in because, like, the deer pee comes in like a spray bottle, like Windex. So I was so worried that something in the box was going to push on that lever, and all of the stuff I was sending to Amazon was just going to get soaked in pee.
What a bad way like to get a package. Like not only is it like would it be damaged, but pee would be like literally like on their hands, and it.
Yeah.
Good morning to Steampunk Town. Appreciate you being here.
I think it's kind of cool that I made money off of animal urine.
Conker says the funniest part was you had no idea what it was until you opened it.
Me and Nate were literally saying, I bet you it's cards. It's got to be something card related.
It was small. He said it wasn't too heavy. So I was like, well, you know, like maybe it could be.
I don't ever expect like something cool like that to like pop up. What's
Maggie
up,
Doodle? Good morning. Peddling Profits. How you doing? Appreciate you being here.
Conky, one would use deer pee for like hunting and stuff like that. Like you probably want to like spray it. Like I don't know if they spray it on themselves or what they do with it, but like you want
what they do is they put it like in the area around where their stand is, and then they put like food and other things to kind of track them in.
Yeah, the deers smell other deers.
Yeah, they it's going to be like a female or whatever. Like I'm sure there's probably I don't know. I don't know if there's like different like pee, like female pee.
Could you see it like a strapping young buck walks by and he's like, is that the aroma of a dime piece's urine? And he's like walking around looking and that's awful.
Tommy says deer pee is a big seller around here. I bet there's tons and tons of
yeah.
probably good hunting areas by you. That's for sure.
Dude, I got you covered. I think I got two bottles of DRP left.
Blue Rhino in the house. One of the new PA residents coming Saturday. We got CS Sales in the house. What up? Good to see you.
Speaking of which, it's looking like rain on Saturday, so I may not be set up for any of you guys that were planning on coming to the yard sale. So I might set up on Friday. Depends on like what's going on, because I got to take my dogs to an appointment. Alex says deer pee is used to catch deer to produce more deer pee.
Hey, that would be a good investment. You get a deer, you feed it, and you catch its pee.
Tommy says deer pee is a country woman's eau de toilette. Could you see it like, hey, honey, pass me some more of that there deer pee? What's up, Anthony Bluegrass Picker? Good to see you, my friend. We're just talking about deer pee.
What else will we talk about on our morning show? I mean, doo-doo brown pea, just random stuff like that.
That's awesome. Peddling Prophet says, I used to raise Arctic fox to sell their urine. Yeah, that makes sense, Dee. She says hunters use it to mask their scents. Dan says, I hear deer pee was Pittsburgh perfume.
It very well may be. Not for this guy. I'm in the 6 Deuce, not in Pittsburgh, especially for that.
Deuce would smell like a deuce.
I don't even know what to say at that point.
I don't know what to say either.
Deer pee and beyond.
All I know is that we've talked about selling deer pee on Amazon, and we opened up a box of tampons from like 1989.
What a great way to start the show.
This has literally been like a full frontal episode of Ecom and Beyond. That's for sure. Deer pee and beyond.
We definitely bring the good, the bad, the ugly. That's for sure. So,
wait, Tommy's having a special guest mansion? Or Manson. Okay, gotcha. I thought you said mansion. I was going to say, that's pretty friggin' awesome if they're doing it in a mansion.
Dan wants to know if this is Tuesday or Thursday. No.
But I promise that you guys will have a memorable show tomorrow.
That's for sure.
It'll be a definite memorable one.
We have some news. That's for sure.
We have some exclusive news just for you guys. Marilyn Manson? Like, for real? That's awesome, dude.
Dan's great. That's funny, man. It would have gone down today. Just for a little big portion of that.
I mean, Ciosa Sales just hit the hammer right on the head, Nate. She says, if you want to invest in your future, which is the title of the show, deer pee and old tampons. I mean, is there anything better, guys?
I mean, we try to give you guys different ideas.
You know what's funny?
Or whatever, but deer pee is not one to invest in. Trust me.
Hold on a minute. Let me comp the old tampons to see if they're at least investable. Because I wonder if anybody that's received the tampons yet have comped them, or if I'm the first person thinking. I wonder if 30-year-old tampons are a good idea.
Well, I mean, if you would sell that and someone would use it or any type of thing like that,
yeah, no,
definitely
it's
have to worry about
too heavy flow, guys. I'm sorry, I felt the.
Well, there you go.
Flushable applicator? What? You're not supposed to flush tampons. We used to call them white mice at the church. They used to clog the toilets.
So I'm gonna try and touch on the topic today, which is how you can invest in your future. Different ways. What can you turn your profits into and purchase or buy to either make more money for your future, have as investment pieces that will be worth more in many years or few years or anything like that. There's a lot of different things. Stocks, I mean, you name it. Me and Anthony have definitely went on the card path, at least for right now.
Yeah.
And we would love to hear what other people are kind of doing for their future. Are they really doing a 401k? Are they doing stocks? Are you buying property, which is something I wish I could do. I think that is the most, like, especially around here, it's very cheap.
Yeah.
And, being able to churn and burn, like, and have, income coming in every month, I think that is pretty awesome.
Yeah. Definitely.
Paying profits is land/property. That is definitely something I want to get into. Kelly wants to do real estate, or they're doing real estate and property.
You got to be
Alex is
careful.
investing in Deer P. No surprise.
I mean,
He
that's
just
what I
told
put my
you that-
money into. The crazy part is I actually did invest in Deer P. I got a solid $3 worth of Deer P sent into Amazon FBA at 50 cents per unit, folks. That's right. That's
Bluegrass
6 bottles. I've sold 4 Deer P already, guys. 4 in 6 months.
Bluegrass Picker says you can do a lot of everything. I agree. You definitely want to have like a little bit of diversity with your investments. You don't want to have everything and say like, property or land or in rentals, and then you have the crash or something like that. You know what
One
I mean?
thing
So
One thing I will say, I do agree that it's a good idea to get into like property owning and stuff like that. But as a property owner, when my wife and I were running the women's recovery home down on the north side of Pittsburgh, we rented our home out, and we had so much issues happen over the year and a half that we had these people living in our house, and like the remodel we ended up having to do was a result of the stuff that they did to our house and to like our stuff. So it's a good investment, but you got to be really careful about like the type of people you let, live in your place, and you got to make sure that they're going to like actually take care of it, because it can be a really big expense. You know what I mean? If you have somebody come in, like they could have problems, they could be punching your walls and, you know what I mean, letting their animals like pee all over your floors and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So it's a good investment, absolutely, but there's also like a good bit of expense that you have to be prepared for up front as well.
Oh,
And
yeah,
if something goes down, like for example, like the furnace, you have to hurry up as a landlord to get them heat like ASAP. Like they could call you in the middle of the night, like, "Hey, it's cold. Come get this thing fixed. Call somebody to fix this." You know what I mean? Like, so that's another thing you got to kind of always be prepared for, like, because you could be dropping thousands of dollars at the drop of a hat should something go wrong with the property. But then again, you're getting paid probably hundreds or thousands of dollars every month per unit anyway, too. So, as long as you're smart with that, you should be fine. Hey.
Yeah, I mean that is one of the sore spots of doing, renting property and stuff like that. Especially in my area, I'm sure that happens a lot. I've witnessed people doing that because I used to help out my ex landlord when I used to rent out a property, like do a couple things to kind of save myself some money here and there. So I mean, I've seen it firsthand what it can happen. Paul says, Nate, anyone can buy property. I know this. Flipping accountant, good morning. Appreciate you being here.
Hey, Justin.
The bargain effect says, I'm investing in startup businesses for a piece of the pie without investing any time. That's actually not too shabby, depending on what you're putting in and, what type of businesses they are. You know what I mean? Because, hey, for a small chunk of money, if you can own 1% into something eventually that turns into, I don't know, Amazon or something like that, I mean, you're swimming in cash, even if it's 1%.
Yeah, definitely.
Alex says, seriously, you're going to get serious now? I don't like it.
Yeah, come on, Nate. Get wild and crazy.
Alex says, if your credit sucks, working your credit, that's definitely what I have to do. Definitely, I've been trying. I've gotten one of those like secured credit cards where I have an actual deposit down on it, and like it helps me build my credit a little faster because I'm paying every month and everything. And it seems like a really slow grind for that. I mean, I've been paying everything, my bills, and I haven't had anything hit my credit, but it's just such a slow climb. Kelly says, buying Beanie Babies, those are big money.
You know it.
I, I don't know if I'd be buying any Beanie Babies.
I got a $200 one if you want it.
Chris, welcome. Appreciate you being here. Said they invested in a few duplexes. I don't regret it, but it definitely not a replacement for our 401k. Yeah, because I mean, the money that you could have coming in could just be going back into the property. You know what I mean? Like, if you have enough of them, you know what I mean? Like, you're able to recoup so much money. So if you have to pay out, say, a chunk of what you got coming in, at least you're not touching your money. That's where I would love to get into, like real estate, where like hopefully my properties are like, pretty decent condition where I really don't have to do too much to them, but
Yeah.
maybe like some cosmetic stuff, like some walls and, stuff happens like that, door issues. Yeah, credit definitely creates cash flow. Definitely helps. You're able to make some bigger purchases whenever it comes time and when it's necessary. Paul says that's why you do background checks. I have an attorney write a lease that protects the homeowner. That and having them pay for renter's insurance, or you pay for the renter's insurance and just have it add on to their rent. This way, if anything damage or something gets stolen or anything crazy happens, at least that there should be a replacement cost uh, in there. Lisa says I'm working on Dave's Ramsey plan to debit free, but no, I'm sourcing until I sell through enough. Boo. I'm still trying to like turn and burn. I've gotten in some cards and stuff. I bought in sort of low on some, a little higher on others, but like part of that was because I was late to the game because I had just started collecting again. Paul says buy a property and get a home warranty. I don't know. Any of the home warranties that I like, when I bought my house, the home warranty that came with mine was like, it's like when you like basically like get a, like you get the 1 year manufacturer warranty on like a product, for example, like that you can actually repair. So like it'll cover certain repairs or things, but it's not going to, cover everything that you're doing. Paying profit says you give free rent exchange for someone to take care of the property. Yeah, I mean that's sort of like what I did that for somebody. I had it reduced down pretty good, but they didn't really have too much going on. It was just minor things that I helped out or whatever. Marnik Pesta, I sold off a beautiful property in Colorado since I was never going to build on it and was just paying taxes on it every year. I can't believe the amount of people that have properties around me that just have the property sit. They're basically abandoned buildings and just pay taxes on them every year. But I guess that's one of those things in business where it's like, hey, I'm not paying the government, so at least I'm paying somebody else. I guess, another county or whatever, some taxes. I guess I don't know. Tommy says so many sheriff sales going on around here. If you have liquid assets, now is the time to buy. I'll probably get in better soon. Yeah, I mean, right now is definitely a buyer's market for a lot of different things. Definitely. Because, I mean, a lot of people are having issues, major problems. You know what I mean? So I could definitely agree with you there. That's for sure. Paul said he can help me with my credit. that'd be fantastic. Goomba says if you can get a financial advisor. I don't think I'm like there yet where I need any type of like like an advisor or anything. That if my business was really booming and I was full time, then I would probably get that / like a tax guy, you know what I mean, to really set up shop and really help me do different things with the business that maybe my knowledge is lacking thereof. Dan says, I invested in my education and career years ago, then stock and 401 ever since. That's awesome, Dan. I know. I mean, that essentially is the best thing to do. If you're putting money into yourself and, you do well like that and get a job right off the bat, and then, you're getting paid super duper amounts of money. I mean, that is the best way to go probably. Now, I'm not a big person in stocks. Not saying I wouldn't do them. I just don't know enough to really put my money in there yet. And then with everything going on right now, you can buy in low, but everything's like a little bit extra risk right now. I think your mic's muted, Anthony. Can't hear you at all. There you go.
Cat probably stepped on it and I didn't realize.
Say good morning to Summers. Appreciate you being here.
Dang, I must have been muted a while because I said hello to her when she first came in.
Tommy said he could use some credit advice as well. That's something I like. Like I said, I've been trying to do, like, from what I heard what to do, and I don't know. My credit's like a slow grind. Like I get 2 points a month or something. Yeah, I know Paul. He was definitely doing real estate, so that was definitely some good knowledge that he got. He said, wait till February / March. They're supposed to be doing a ton of foreclosures coming due to phony forbidden deals homeowners took. Interesting. Kelly said, we're looking to get a house for us instead of renting. Hubby wants to build, and I want to see what's available out there. That's pre-owned too. Like for me, like, owning to renting, like you're definitely going to save like per month, like what you pay, as long as your rate that you get's pretty decent. And I guess it depends on your area too. But like for me, I was paying like $300, $400, $500 a month for rent. And then now with my mortgage, I'm paying like $220 or $200 a month. I think something like that. I think I just pay like $250 to try and put a little extra, even though it's not much. I put a little extra towards it. So, you know what I mean? That little bit of money that I'm throwing in extra, it might not seem a lot, but it actually does help a good bit over time. Like especially if you got a long.
Oh yeah,
definitely. Like I have a 25-year loan, and I think so far I saved like a year and a half in payments just by doing that over the last 10 years that I've been in my property or whatever.
It's awesome, dude. Yeah, I definitely prefer to own over rent. Well, me and my wife can't really decide like what we would want to like live in long term. Like for me, I would love to like move to like one of those like lush like condos with like a pool and a gym and like all the amenities. And she wants to like go move on a farm somewhere. It's like, so I like want like city and like everything at my fingertips, and she wants like goats and chickens and you know what I mean, like pigs and all this weird stuff.
What up, Matt? Phoenix Flipper, appreciate you being here.
I think we're stuck here.
Yeah, I mean either one of those options. I mean, buying land is not cheap. I mean, maybe you get something on a an auction or something, you may be able to get like some land, like farmland or something. But you know what I mean? Like, yeah, man. Like,
I know for a fact she wouldn't keep up with it. So, like, honestly, would I ever buy a farm? No, because I know I'd be stuck like basically being a farmer. Right. I'm trying to like make money, not like waste time.
Yeah, Dan, my mortgage is, I think it's either 2 or 2.25, and then I pay $250 just to pay a little extra. My house was only 40,000, move-in ready. Um, I think I put $5,000 down.
Yeah,
So
Pennsylvania is a wonderful state as far as like living expenses. Like you could,
especially if you live somewhere like myself, where it's like, like I live in like the
they'll
you
pay
know,
you to live where Nate lives.
it's like if there's like like there's state lines. Well, there's like a line of like the good neighborhood and like the hood, and I live right on the line. So like, if I would take my house and slap it towards the school, like move it to where the school is, it'd be $150,000, $200,000 house easy. But because it's where it's at, and the people got a free, well, not I don't want to say free house, but their parents passed away, and they were, like pretty eager to move and sell because they wanted to move there, and which was one of those 150, $200,000 houses by the school. So they were just trying to basically dump it. So they originally wanted 65,000 for it. We got it for 40. So I got a good deal on it. That's for sure.
That's what I'm saying, Tommy. Like, what's going on here? Like, I can't even get a jacuzzi, in my house. Yeah, I actually tried to buy one. Believe it or not, I tried going to Walmart and buying one of the inflatable ones for my back deck. They've been sold out of like everything. I can't even find a kiddie pool.
Dan, if you want to buy 10 houses, I got you, man. I'll be your property manager for you. I'll make sure all the hood rats get out.
Yeah, dude. Like, where I live, it's the poorest community in all of the county, and there's a lot of people that are from out of state that have because when we first moved to this city, we rented a house, and the guy who was renting it to us lived in Boston. So like he has like I want to say like 15 or 20 of the houses around here. He's kind of like a slumlord type guy, but there's a lot of people because of how cheap the housing is here that will like buy and like manage from outside of town.
Paul says, when you own your own building, you own your own equity. When you rent, you only help build the owner's equity. And that is definitely 100% right. That's why like owning is better, because like now you could use that as like leverage to get bigger loans and stuff like that. Like I don't want to do that until I kind of own my house, but if I had to, I could go to the bank and say, okay, I'll put up my house as collateral, or like you could put a lien on my house for this loan, and then boom, I could get a bigger size loan or whatever. I would have to definitely do that for anything, basically, with my credit being the way it is.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, that's kind of like what we pay here, like for rent, like $550. I mean, I haven't read it in a while, so maybe rent prices went up, but it was around that when I rented a house. 400 I paid for it. I think it was a 2 or 3 bedroom before, but there was no garage or anything, though. Smaller yard. So I mean, most of the places that you'll see in where I'm at least, you have a single lot, smaller yard, or you kind of move out maybe like 15 minutes from where I'm at. You got the bigger properties where you own acreage or whatever.
Freddie, I've been trying to tell Nate to leave the six deuce since I've known him, and I think Nate's a product of his environment. I don't know that he will ever leave the six deuce.
There's certain circumstances of why I can't leave the six deuce. That's. I mean,
Is it blood in, blood out?
no, it's not like that. It's like I'm kind of locked in here for the time being. Just being like, just certain situations. But and part of it too is like,
You just don't want to get your hood card revoked.
my hood card's forever good, man. When you do time and don't tell, like that thing is golden. You have like the golden card. Like I can come in and drive through the hood and never have any issues. Say good morning to Carolina Hustler, Ken Close. Appreciate you being here.
What's up, my man? Wow, Maggie Doodle pays $1,400 for a 1-bedroom apartment. and she's being harassed by her neighbors. That sucks. You need to come over to Pittsburgh. You'll be paying like literally a third of that.
Where do you live, Maggie? Like, you must be
She lives
living.
over by Philly.
You must really like be in some like really really nice like apartment. That's expensive. I mean, I know that like once you get in towards the city, like if I would get like say an apartment in Pittsburgh, like prices are gonna quadruple. But I'm guessing that's got to be the case for you. You got to be like basically in town or something, like in Philly or something.
Yeah.
Because that's expensive. Because PA, it's cheap. It's cheap. You know what I mean? That's part of the reason why a lot of people, move into or move to PA is that and medical jobs and like Freddie we'll see here shortly how things kind of are. Tease Flips, good morning. Appreciate you being here.
That's a good idea, Paul. Like that's brilliant. He just said take a home equity loan and get the money for a better home than your current home and then rent out your current home. It's a great idea.
See, the only thing I don't like about that situation is like I'm depending on my home being rented out. You know what I mean? Like you have to be in a pretty, I don't know, like for me to rent out my home and then have to move everything and everything else, like that's a lot of moving, man. Like
Nate's like, he goes, "Am I about to move anything out of my house?"
See you being here. Have a great day. I mean, that would be like doing like 9 or 10 storage lockers, having to move all the stuff out of my house. You know what I mean? Like that's part of the reason why I don't want to move out of here. Like, you know what I mean? Like Scott says, I have 4 rental properties. Being a landlord sucks. It can. It definitely can.
Because we had a bad experience, I wasn't a fan of it, and because I knew the people, I had my mom manage it, which was even worse because it stressed her out too. So.
Basically, my uncle had the best situation ever. He owned property around Cal U.
Yeah.
The one of the colleges around here or whatever. He owned like 9 or 10 properties or whatever. He had college students like basically doing most of his repairs. If they didn't have money, he would just go in the crib and be like, okay, I need your Xbox for this month's rent type thing. And like, I don't want to say he was a slumlord, but it was pretty close, I would say. You know what I mean? Because like him and the like zoning officer or whatever, I can't remember what it's called, like where he come inspects like the homes and stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like that person and him would always get into it all the time. Like,
really?
And yeah, and my uncle actually shut down renting them for a year because the guy was being such a D-bag. So, you know what I mean? Like once everything kind of got squared away, he just did like the minor repairs and he was raking in like so much money. It was insane. Like for the amount of money that he was able to get because on campus housing and it being a bigger school, he was able to get probably $4,000, $5,000 in rent a month. And he had, I think it was like 8 or 12 properties. And man, like if you have something go out in a house for a bunch of college kids, for example, like, and when they moved in, they could tell it's not the creme de la creme. Like they knew what they were getting into. I mean, unless it's like something super major, like what you're talking about, like a heating unit or, plumbing. For the most part, everything was always like walls, carpet, or whatever. So after getting that first month's rent, anything of like damage would be covered because he was getting so much money. So like everything else was always just straight profit. So if you're able to get anything near a campus or on campus, like rental property or whatever, that is where you want to be.
Yeah, definitely. I completely agree with you. Definitely some good advice Conky is giving out there and Paul's been giving out. That's a lot to think of. Like for me, I know personally, my cousin, like that's his primary gig is rental properties and stuff like that, and he flips houses and stuff like that. And I see how stressed out he gets with it sometimes, because a lot of the houses he has are in neighborhoods like I live, you know what I mean, where it's not like a great place that people are looking to move their family.
Your house
So
isn't, your area isn't bad where you live. Like down
well,
the like
where I
your house
live,
is like,
but he has it down the street, you know what I mean, like where it is like a little bit
yeah,
rougher. So um those houses he has issues renting. Other ones he has, like it's like he can't like he has no issues with them, you know what I mean? There's no problem. He always has people there, and he's made good money on those. But it seems like depending on where you get the house too, that can really affect things as far as like rentability and stuff like that.
yeah. I'm kind of where like with Conky is like I don't like owing anybody money or. And I mean, like, and especially like if I had to put my property up and something happens where, financially, like I'm in trouble, and then that property comes not, it's not being rented. You know what I mean? Because we could in this area, people rent for like 6 months, then they just randomly leave because they get locked up or they move or whatever. So it's a lot of turnover of tenants. It's very rarely that you get like a nice older lady or whatever who will move in and kind of situate themselves or whatever. You know what I mean? So um, I'd rather pay everything cash. That's kind of why I haven't dipped anything in that type of market yet. But if the cards keep going the way they do, it could be a very near and dear thing that I get into.
Yeah, I mean, once you get those graded, like if you decide to sell on them, like you're looking at probably enough money to buy a house, most likely.
So I'm saying, like, the market has like 6x easily, and like even just like the raw cards, like buying raw cards, and then the prices went up like crazy for it. You know what I mean? Like Damian Lillard, he keeps playing the way he does. His second year Prism I have is going to be worth a ton of money, like hands down too. So, um, like we'll see how everything goes with the cards. I'm definitely really happy with everything how it's going so far, and I'm happy I bought what I got and everything like that.
Yeah.
Blue Rhino makes a good point. Consider accepting Section 8. Those are usually pretty good situations.
I don't know if he has or not, to be honest with you.
Now, to be able to get Section 8, you have to be like in like a program and have to have like your standards like really a little more up than like the code standards or whatever you want to call it. So you know what I mean? So it is a little more of a pain to deal with. But getting Section 8, you usually get those long tenants, because as long as they're happy where they are and you do what you're supposed to do as a landlord, you know what I mean, you're pretty golden to have that person stay for X amount of years, because most of the time it's like like a small family or single mom or whatever in a household or whatever. So
OSP, what up, man? Good to see you.
What up? Something Goomba says, but the card market can change in a heartbeat. That is true, but I think like I've been watching Gary Vee, and that's part of the reason why I got into cards too. Like I've been watching him off and on for a while now, and I see Anthony was doing it, and Paul and everybody, and you know what I mean. Like I always was like pretty happy with how things got with the cards and everything, like how they made short prints and different things. So it kind of helps make not what happened in the 90s happen again. But for the most part with the card market, like it's going to go up and then it's going to settle. So it will go down a little bit, but that's just basically meaning like the producers of the cards has to cut back on their printing. And I was watching a interview with a guy that was on sports card investor, and he had a guy from Beckett. Can't remember his name, but he was like one of the
James
head.
Beckett.
Yeah, and he was talking about how like when they did their magazines and stuff, they would have an expectation of what they need to print, and they would do just under. You know what I mean? Because by doing that, you're maximizing your stuff being sold, and it's like you're not like overproducing. Which anything you overproduce, especially I love a magazine or anything that is like like something that basically can print out like money. If you print too much of it, you're taking losses because that item is only good for a set period or whatever. So you know what I mean. So it's controlling your basically your incoming money versus like your losses for over making product and stuff like that. Good morning to Jody. Appreciate you being here. But like I really don't see the cards really taking another dive or anything. I think they really have learned from what what the 90s did.
It
And
almost killed the market completely.
yeah, I mean they just over saturated tenfold the market and like didn't print anything super awesome like the short prints and stuff or the relic cards, different things, signature cards. I mean, that's awesome that you could buy a pack of cards and have a chance to get your favorite athlete's autograph if they signed it, in that set or whatever. Good morning to Joey Bada Bing. Appreciate you being here. He's a fellow car collector as well.
Also a fellow Cavs fan.
Everything Goomba says, I don't think it will dive, but the value isn't going to go as high as we think it will. I mean, look at Luca cards right now, man. They're selling for $2,000, Jim Minton.
Yep.
I mean, he's at the beginning of his career, and the print run for those cards, especially like the variation, like the red, white, and blue, like that I have, or like like the green or the rubies or all the different ones of that base of I don't know base, but of that retail prism. I mean, I think it's only going to go up and up and up. I mean, because as things go up, it's also going up because of inflation as well. And we all know how basically our money.
Joey got $1,000 worth of Chronicles. That is so awesome, dude.
How are you guys finding this stuff? I cannot find any retail like ever.
You're gonna get lucky, bro. You gotta go there when they're stocking it. Like I know that there's people in Pittsburgh because like I have a friend who's one of them. That's how sometimes I get someone there in Pittsburgh. They'll literally go and sit in the parking lot and wait for the MJ Holdings people to like get there and go in and do their thing.
Like, do they come in like a MJ's holding van that I can like literally know when they're going in?
I don't know, dude. Like, I people that do it are pretty secretive about it. So, like, they probably don't want me going to do it now, But they'll hang out and they'll actually wait on like the people. Like, you ever see Rev's video when he walks up and sees the people putting stuff out? That's like that's their strategy. They wait till somebody's putting stuff out. Yeah, if you see Chronicles, buy it. Summers. Yeah, buy any Panini basketball products you find because they all sell great on the resale market.
The only thing that I can say about Chronicles, now this is just my opinion, this is not fact because I'm new to the card game and everything else. The cards that are in Chronicles, they don't seem to be as sought out, but if you get some of the prison update, that stuff will be through the roof because like you have like Anthony Davis and his Lakers uni, like that card I saw going for I think $70, and that's just like a common card. It wasn't like a numbered card or anything. Like you're getting cards basically ahead of the game. So yeah, I mean for what they're going for price wise, I would have sold them, but hey, to one on their own. I'm glad that at least you got an opportunity to open some.
Yeah, that's awesome.
He got Anthony Davis silver. Was it Prism, Joey?
That's
If you
awesome,
got a
man.
silver Anthony Davis, that's a score.
Yes,
That's
send that sucker in for great.
nice. Yeah, I'm going to be doing a submission through PSA for everyone out there that's doing card collecting and everything. If anybody wants to hop in and send some cards, just message me through Facebook. I'll throw out the link just in case anyone might not be in the group. But yeah, it's gonna be middle of September, 100% for sure. So just make sure they get to me a few days before. I'm gonna set like a date. I'm gonna look and see when I get paid and everything, and that'll be the day that they actually get sent in. And I'll try and offer a couple different options for people because I know like first of all, like these card savers are hard to come by and they're expensive. So if I have some extra, like I'll give you guys a really solid deal on them, like basically what I paid for them, of course. And then like I'll check them out and everything. Like if you need to, like if you want my opinion on stuff, if it's worth getting graded and stuff, because like even though those cards come new out of the pack, you know what I mean? Like what's it called? They can have like airs on them, scratches, different things like that, and it wouldn't be something I would grade. So make sure you really look over those cards before you do send them in or whatever. I've putting gloves on and taken some of like the card like dust or debris or whatever you want to call it off, like those little specks of like the card corners and stuff. See Graham. She's like a superstar on the YouTubes.
Yeah.
I see a floating head back there. What is?
She's wearing blue.
Flipping Goomba says, I guess I should open my 8 Silla packs of Mosaic.
Oh, the photo bomb.
Probably should, Goomba. Mosaic is a good set to open. I know one thing, like if I can get my hands on Prism next year, definitely buying Prism is the one for sure.
Definitely
is the set I would open big. Yeah, for sure, Joey. Yeah, like I said, anyone who wants to send in, because I'm going to send in I probably have at least 40 cards that I need to send in ASAP by myself. So we'll be able to get one of those, what's it called? I'll be able to get a good group rate for whatever we're sending in. We'll figure it out. Yeah, Prism is crazy. I mean, LeBron common base cards going for $60 to $100 easy right now. That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
How about the Lakers losing yesterday? I was heartbroken.
Yeah, that was crazy, dude.
My wife was actually watching the game with me, which is a rarity.
Yeah.
And she looked over at me after the game was over and she goes, "Why do you have the Steelers just lost look on your face and you're gonna be pissed off?" I'm like, I says, I'm not as mad as I would if the Steelers lost, but I'm pretty close. I was pretty close.
Yeah, they came out and like laid a stinker, bro. It's pretty DDB if you ask me.
Panini Prism.
It's just base Prism.
Yeah, just the base Prism. That is the set that is just going insane.
Yeah,
like
pretty much any Prism.
For example, this LeBron is the orange reactive, right? The base Prism is going for about the same price as that card, which is it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, he did. He set a record last night. He was the first player in NBA history to have 20 points, 15 assists, and 15 rebounds.
Wow.
In his 17th year. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, so he's definitely playing. He's balling out, man. Anthony Davis couldn't shoot the ball, man. He literally could only score and dunk yesterday, like from the foul line, or I don't know what was going on with him. He was nervous. Frank Hall Jr., what up? Good to see you. Appreciate you
What up,
being
man?
here.
Good to see you.
Yeah, I don't know if it was nerves or, what the case was, but man, he could not shoot the ball at all. I don't understand. Thrift and Goomba said, I got this better look at cards. Horizon 10X optical glass magnified lighted jeweler loop with measure scale.
Nice.
Is it the one that attaches to like your desk? Because that's something that I was looking at getting too. I mean, like I think I got a pretty good look on the cards. Just kind of been I have so much light from my YouTube kind of setup and everything, and I was able to like tilt it just to be able to see like if there's any scratch marks or anything. But like a loop is definitely something that would be good for like the corners and stuff, because sometimes you look at a corner, it's like, that looks okay, and then you magnify it, and it's like, nah, that's soft. Like that's going to be a little bit of an issue. Yeah, I think I was looking at the same one, Goomba. That's something you definitely want to have, like a really good like one that's on your desk or something. Like I'm gonna get one for the desk so I can just kind of like how my boom mic is, and just swivel it down so I can sit and like really like look at the cards really well. How many cards do you have ready to send in, Anthony?
About 20. Give or take, you know what I mean? Because I'll continue to reassess that as time goes. But yeah, I'll probably send about 20. Because I might take some out, put other ones in its place, that type of thing, depending on what I get between now and then.
Yeah. Yeah, some stuff depends on just how the playoffs go whenever I go to send and things like that too. So, maybe I'll go more towards Anthony Davis or something like that if they really get on a roll through the playoffs and make it towards the end.
For sure. Yeah, my opinion, I would try to send as many as you can afford. That way, like when people do pop off, because it's going to be a real short off season this year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People start to pop, you'll already pretty much have their stuff ready to flip.
Which honestly, like, in a way, I wish that they'd had the normal off season, because like that's when prices kind of dip down, which from a seller you don't want to happen, but from a buying perspective, like those guys that you saw in the playoffs that kind of had, you could see potential of just being that next guy, like, that's the best opportunity to buy cards like that, because people like kind of forget those guys, or people open packs or go through cards and it's like, I'm gonna start selling some cards, and then they just start putting out random prices, and then next you get a steal. So in a way, I wish there was that, but like you're talking, like with the short off season like it is, like basically like if we send them in September, when's the next season supposed to start?
I think October. Pretty sure it's October. Either that or it's Christmas. I don't know.
So if I send them in September,
Christmas at the latest.
Hopefully we'll get them back like before Christmas. Hopefully.
Pretty sure Christmas is like the cutoff for the next year, if I'm not mistaken, like for the start of the season.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, it's a little bit longer of a delay, but you know what I mean. Like the main thing you want to do is you want to make sure your cost is down. You don't want to send in like 5 cards by itself and pay $25 and then get it back in 2 months, and then when you could have sent in say 50 or something, get them back maybe a month or two, a little longer, but now you're maybe paying $15 a card or something, $12 a card. Because I was looking at PSA, and I think if we send in 100 combined, I think it's like 12. They charge like 12 or something, and then 50 is like 14. So I'm gonna do a BGS one for like my my dual like card autos. Like this one's of Jamal Murray. That's like his patch auto rookie. So stuff with like the autos and stuff, I'll send the BGS because I just like the autograph being graded as well. I think that helps with the value. I like the look of the BGS slabs, But with PSA, I think that's the cheaper option, and it's kind of one. It's definitely one of the top two for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not a fan of the SGC.
Yeah, I definitely like the big two better.
Because I bought one of the. I have a Kobe White Prism and a 9 in an SGC, and like I could just tell like shipping that thing is more dangerous for sure.
That's what I had crack the Zion slab. It was an SGC, so I had to eat that, and that's the last time I shipped a slab, not ridiculously.
Now people like the black slab look to it, which I agree, it looks pretty good, but it's the cheaper overall.
Yeah.
Now it's cheaper to go SGC, but I don't think SGC gets you the same amount of money at a PSA or a Beckett would get you.
No, it definitely doesn't.
It's not a huge drop off, but it's noticeable. You know what I mean? And anything that you can get a little extra for, can help you with your fees and stuff, like if you sell them on eBay or anything like that. So Booker he was balling out, man. I feel bad that he didn't make the playoffs. Like, didn't they have the same record as?
I believe so.
So how did they get?
They were the hottest team in the bubble, I believe.
I think Portland didn't lose either. I don't think.
I should have seen Devin Booker live. I finally got refunded for that, by the way. Just 2 days ago, I got refunded. I had tickets to go see the Cavs versus the Suns, like literally 2 days after the NBA shutdown. I was so salty.
That stinks.
Yeah. Yeah, but on the plus side, I have a 5-game pass reserved for 2021. So I will be going to 5 Cavalier games. I have I actually get to pick. They're going to call me in like early October, and they're going to let me pick like what 5 games I want to go to.
Hopefully, I give you some good choices.
I get first dibs because like they consider the 5-game pass holders like right underneath like the season ticket holders. So like I'll get tons of like options. And the cool thing is I'll get like say tickets like for the Laker game, like the same price as probably other tickets because it won't be secondary market. So I'm going to try to get like some really good games for next year. You know what I mean? I'll try to get like a Laker one, maybe like a Bucks. I'll probably try to get some of the lower end teams so I can actually see the Cavs win. Because like it sucks leaving and see the Cavs lose, but I'll try to pick like lower end teams that have players I like that I can go see. That way, Cavs have a good chance of like bringing home a victory when I go.
I'd rather see the superstars play, like being able to chance to see like LeBron and get out for a shoot around and stuff. That would be awesome,
dude. You know how many times I've seen LeBron like that? I've been like so blessed in the fact that like every single year, I've since probably 3rd or 4th grade, I've gone out to see at least one Cavaliers game. So, like, I've seen so much LeBron throughout his career. So it's been like super cool.
Yeah, I'd rather see one of the superstar teams roll into town.
Well, that's why I try to go to several, because that way I can go see that, but then I can also go see like my Cavs do their thing too.
Like you don't want to go see like trying to think of like a horrible team.
Well, that's why I chose Suns. You know what I mean? Like they're not the greatest team, but by the same point, like the Cavs could have an outside shot at beating them. Not if they play like they did in the bubble, though. That's for dang sure.
Well, hopefully, for your sake, hopefully they get better next year because
they'll have a high pick. That's a good thing. What are you doing over there, man?
Who?
You. It sounds like you're doing one of those like whoosh, like machine things.
No, I'm just sliding a juice bottles outside.
Playing with some juice. Oh, that's awesome. Noreen, you and Conky are going to be invited to one of those games I get tickets for. Just so you know, just be prepared.
It's a good sell occasion, that's for sure.
Yeah, getting to see LeBron play, like especially in his prime, is like that's a treat. You know what I mean? That's something that you'll always remember. You know, it's like if you got to go see Michael Jordan play live. You know, one day I'll be able to tell my kids, "Oh yeah, I saw that LeBron James play."
I think the Suns are a one free agent pickup away from being
Yeah, I agree.
a pretty dominant team. Are they going to compete with like the top dogs? It might snatch a couple games, but I don't. You know what I mean? Like Booker would need he would need Aiton to really turn up and be awesome, and they would need to sign another like superstar for them to be like considered like one of the legit teams to be able to take it all type thing. Because like it's hard carrying a load basically all by yourself, like how like Harden is going to have to do for the next couple of weeks with Westbrook, being on the shelf for a couple games or at least a week or so. But you know what I mean. I think that's why they went that route in Houston. And like last night for the Lakers, like Anthony Davis he had some points, but man, it was a rough showing for him. Like
Yeah,
people are letting him shoot any type of jump shot because like he just was not even close. Like shooting wise, it was bad. Flipping Cons is shipping out 6 Merchville orders this morning. How's Amazon doing for y'all? I have one that has got. I should have shipped it yesterday, but I decided not to. I forgot about it to like the last second yesterday, so it will go out today under the uh, on time. It says
nice.
between the 18th and 19th to ship, so it'll go out today.
I haven't done a whole lot with Amazon, but I hit on a book that I did merch fulfilled. I picked it up months ago to do FBA, and I just never sent it. So I decided I'll just do merch fulfilled, see what happens, and sold out like pretty immediately, like within 2 days, I think. And then other than that, I've been selling DRP, and that's it. But that's just kind of like a trickle here and there. You get my drift?
Cajun says Pelicans gonna be good this year. Finally get a decent head coach. I think their head coach and the way they did the whole Zion thing was really uh, horrible. It was super horrible. You know what I mean? So I'm glad to see him gone. Hopefully they re-sign Ingram. If they re-sign Ingram and keep all their pieces and get use that this year as a building year to get some experience and learn how to play with each other, because there was a lot of new pieces and new faces there, and the restart kind of stunk for them. And hopefully Zion can be Zion that we seen in college. I mean, I hopefully hope it does, because I got a lot invested in him, which
Yeah.
a little bit of me is starting to second think that a little bit, but I'm in. I'm staying in. You know what I mean? Unless a major, he starts really trending downward or whatever, or start to trend downward, I'll cut my losses and throw them up on auction or something. Reseller man wants to know, how do y'all watch basketball? I cut my cable off and only have Roku. Me and Anthony watch sometimes through we hang out sometimes and we'll do a private stream, or there's a website called NBA with the number 4 free. So it's www. I'll type that in chat. NBA for free. If you go to that website, Reseller Man, there'll be all kind of links, and I've used it because I couldn't see one of the games because they sometimes were being really picky on what games was being shown on TV during the bubble. So I was able to leave a blowout game and actually start to watch the better game. Or you could do that. But yeah, that's the best way. Reseller, man.
Oh, that's crazy, Justin. He goes, if you sell on Amazon, someone changed over 100 listings to include words like mega blocks in the title. People are getting IP claims. Check your listings and make sure you weren't affected. It's a good idea, man. He said he had over 20 listings that were messed with. That is nuts, man. They probably saw my store and were like, yeah, I'm not even going to mess with this guy. He sucks enough.
I don't know why people would do that, man. Like, it's just really like, it's not cool. You know what I mean? Like, you're messing with not only like, you know, what I got going on, but like, you know, like other people, man. And
look, you hear that click, how loud that was, guys? Like, Nate's going to check his Amazon right now. If anything's changed, he's about to rage quit this show.
nah.
I can just see him like, you don't mess with Nate's Amazon. He got that face like, I will choke you if you mess with my Amazon. That's like messing with his wife. You don't do that.
Right. That's a good heads up. I appreciate that.
Yep. Are you looking good with your stuff?
I'm looking at it as we speak.
Somebody's probably looking at my stuff right now. I didn't know DRP had mega blocks in it.
I had an item that I had to correct. It said quality alert. I hate when that happens.
Was it for the picture?
No, it wasn't for any picture or anything.
I've had some where they, I guess whoever started the listing did like a really bad picture. So like I've had to actually take a picture of the item and like re-upload it. Have you ever had to do that?
Yeah, I had to do that, I think, once. And because of editing, and I have the nice white background for like my eBay situation, you know, I was able to really make it look good.
Yeah.
So luckily for me, I have like a decent like setup for it or whatever.
That's good.
But it's starting to get about that time. I got a couple things I got to pack. I actually have an eBay order and an Amazon order pack, which I didn't remember till just now. So we appreciate everyone being here today. Please make sure to give a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. That'll make sure you get all the notifications for our shows, content, other things we got going on. I'll throw in the group, the Facebook group one more time. I almost put my Amazon item in the chat, so that would have been bad.
Hey guys, here's a bolo.
That would have been really bad.
That would, yeah, dude. Like, what would you have done? Like, would that have been like a facepalm moment? Would that have been a rage quit moment? Would that have caused you to rage quit?
That would have been a return all items moment.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Like create a removal. So enjoy the rest of your day, everyone. Have a great day. Conky's wife, Noreen.
Hey, see ya. Thank you guys so much for coming out.
See you guys tomorrow. You definitely want to check out tomorrow's episode.
Yep. Big news coming.
Big news. Big.
On you, baby.
So we will see you guys tomorrow. Make sure you are there or be square, because it's going to be big news. See you there. Have a great day.